Hey everyone, it's Miss Jen, and today I have a video for the parents. By request, this is the quarantine famous whipped coffee recipe. So one of the best things about this recipe is that there's only 4 mandatory ingredients, and most of them you probably have at your house. The one that you might need to go buy is instant coffee. This is because this isn't the coffee that you put in your Keurig. This isn't the coffee that you can go buy at Dunkin' or Starbucks. This isn't the coffee that you go to your favorite coffee shop and get. This is the old school coffee crystals that dissolve in hot water. So that's one of your ingredients. Then you need sugar, hot water. Doesn't even need to be boiling water. The hottest setting from your tap will be just fine. And you're gonna wanna finish it off with some milk. Now, I have 2 more ingredients that I choose to add in to jazz it up a little bit. So I like to not quite put the full amount of coffee in. I do mostly coffee and a little dash of instant hot chocolate because I like a mocha. And if you're someone who likes to put flavored creamer in your coffee, you can also choose to do a tiny bit of flavored creamer as well. So this recipe is easy because everything is a 1:1:1 ratio. You are going to do 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of your hot water. And where I'm changing the recipe a little bit is instead of doing the full 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, I'm doing almost full 2 tablespoons and a little bit of hot chocolate mix. And let me show you how that all mixes together. Okay, so into your bowl, you're gonna add your coffee. As you can see, I've added a little hot chocolate to it. Dump it in. You're gonna add your sugar and your hot water. So this is where things get interesting because the recipe says whisk it by hand for 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know about you, but I am not going to be hand whisking for 3 to 5 minutes. I also one time tried to use this little egg beater tool that kind of you push in, it goes up and down and it spins. Also too difficult. So I suggest using something that has motorized power. So whether that's a stand mixer, a hand mixer, or an immersion blender with a whisk attachment. So I'm going to whisk this up and I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. Real quick pro tip, I actually just transferred my mixture into a tall glass because if you're going to be using something like the immersion blender, it wants to throw the mixture everywhere. So after a full 3.5 minutes of using the motorized whisk, this is what your mixture should look like. Okay, so here's the last step. Take a glass, put some ice in it, take some milk, whatever milk of your choice, and you're gonna pour about a cup of milk into your glass. This is where I choose to add a little something to it. So I'm gonna add some creamer to it also. Just a little flavored creamer, just a dash, just like you would do in your regular coffee. And now you're gonna add your whipped coffee, which looks like this, onto the top. So when you start to go to pour it, it's gonna come out slow, and it's gonna have a layer to it. And once most of it is out, you're going to wanna use a spatula to scrape out the last bits, because you don't wanna waste any of this. So I'm gonna grab a rubber spatula, and I'm gonna do a swipe around, get the last parts of it out. One last swipe to get the last bits out. Okay, so it's going to have this very pretty layered look to it. So this is when you want to take your picture to tell everybody, look, I made the whipped coffee thing. But when you drink it, you're going to want to mix it up because right now it's just milk on the bottom and the fluffy coffee stuff on the top. So you're going to want to mix it up. Sometimes I put it in a blender bottle and mix it up that way. Because I did it in a cup today, I'm just going to take a straw and keep going up and down until the coffee kind of works to the bottom. And you're going to notice this is going to have a different consistency than your regular coffee. There's a reason why the Greeks call this a frap. This is a great quarantine treat. So I hope that you enjoy whipped coffee, and I hope that it gets you through a difficult day. Bye.